What's up guys, JayzTwoCents bringing you another video, because that's what we do on the internet, YouTubers things, we bring you videos and stuff. And I'm still fighting a little bit of the head cold, but damn it, we're gonna just chug along because I have a commitment to keep you guys and make videos, regardless of whether or not I've got about 40% airflow through my nose. So if I sound a little bit more whiny than usual, well, that's about 50% nasal congestion, and well, 50% I'm just whiny. But anyway, today we're going to talk about Cooler Master's new Ergostand 3. Today's shout out is brought to you by Full Sail University. And if you're looking for a career in tech, well, I've got good news, because there is a huge demand for tech professionals in virtually every single industry out there. Full Sail University offers bachelor's degree programs and curriculums that blend code and theory together with real-world experience. As a student, you have hands-on access to technology from day one. You receive a laptop computer at an institutional discount along with all relevant software and tools. To learn more about Full Sail's degrees and programs, make sure to click the link down in the description and find out how you can start your tech career today. Now, the reason why I was interested in doing this review and I requested this review is the fact that I spent nearly 10 years working in IT, working strictly from a laptop. I had to be mobile and move around, and I didn't always get to keep the same desk. In fact, I rarely had a desk to call my own. So I spent a lot of years getting used to the fact that sometimes I had to prop up things on a phone books or manuals to get the monitor up high where I wanted it, or to get the laptop up high so the monitor was at the right level, and then have to plug in, my mouse and my keyboard and my external drive or whatever, card reader, whatever it may be, and it just got super freaking annoying. So when Cooler Master said, hey, we saw that you got a new laptop, are you interested in taking a look at one of our stands? I was kind of like, you know what? Abso-freaking-lutely, because I want to see what it would have been like if I had one of these when I was working as a mobile tech. So anyway, this is the Ergostand 3. Now, the construction of this thing is plastic with a metal bar. Now, it's a plastic shroud, plastic fan in there, plastic base, but of course the support bar itself, which is adjustable different levels, is metal. Now, the cool thing about this is the fact that they have considered the fact that you're probably going to leave this in a stationary spot and be moving and coming to and from this thing here. So they've incorporated cable management in this thing, and it really does make a lot of sense. We'll talk about that in a second here. It also features the fact that it's got a 200 millimeter fan on the bottom here that is going to be giving you active cooling to the bottom of your laptop. Not to mention, regardless of the setting that this thing is, whether the highest setting or the lowest setting, you are getting the laptop up off the ground so that you can have airflow. Most laptops have airflow that come from the bottom of the laptop and get exhausted out the rear. So that is going to be a feature worth noting. And you also have right here, as you can see, a powered USB hub. Now, it's got 4 USB 2.0 right here on the back. It's got a mini USB, which you use to connect to your computer, but it also has a 5-volt charging device. Now, this is cool because you could use this to charge your smart device or something. So you have multiple things going on here. You're kind of turning this into a base station for your laptop. Now, on the front here, huge mesh grill, so all that air that's getting pulled from the bottom is getting pushed towards the bottom of the laptop. You have tabs that pop out here to keep your computer from sliding off, because that would be sort of counterproductive if it slid right off the damn thing. And then on the side here, you do have rubber grommets that you can pass cables through from the side of your computer to keep things from moving around. Last but not least, before we actually show the functionality of it, on the top left here, you have a power switch that's on and off, and then a voltage adjustable for the fan. So you can click it on, and then you can control the speed of this fan, which is kind of funny. I thought initially, why would anyone want to control the speed of this fan? Just let it blow. I mean, more airflow is better. But I found that as I was sitting there using this, preparing for this review and getting used to it, that while I had my hands on the laptop, my hands started to get kind of cold, believe it or not. The amount of airflow this thing pushes through made my hands feel a little bit chilly, so I found myself turning it down. All right, so let's go ahead and put my laptop on this thing, and let's kind of show some practical uses for it. Now, my laptop tends to be a bit rear heavy. And the reason for that is, as you can see, it gets fatter at the back. It's got this massive 17.3-inch screen, and then it's got these rear exhausts here that hang off. So I was kind of curious, well, obviously this laptop stand is meant more for like a 15-inch monitor or a 15-inch laptop. So how's it going to handle this 8.4-pound monster of a laptop? I figured if there was any way to really test this, it would be by putting something on there that might be a little bit too big for it. So let's see how it goes. We got a little bit of flexing of the plastic down at the bottom here where it holds the laptop, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna break off or anything. Open up that bad boy. And the cool thing is, as you can see, the monitor is now like head height on there. Don't look at my password. So as you can see, the monitor is head height, but of course the typing is kind of weird. You know, this wouldn't exactly be the most ergonomic typing angle, but this definitely gets your monitor up and in your face. Now this laptop has USB on both sides, so because we've got a pretty long cable here, looks like we've got about an 18-inch cable or so, I'm gonna go from the right side to the rear. That way I don't have a big excess bundle of cables coming off the side. All right, and then the second you plug it in, it's recognized as a USB hub. The light turns on here, as you can see, and then you can start controlling the amount of airflow that comes through the fan on the bottom. There you go, there's that. If we put this down at a lower angle, it'd probably make a little more sense, you know, to try and type on this thing. But I wanted to point out that it did, you know, hold the weight of this laptop, obviously. But you can see if we go to the lowest setting and we make it flat, it's a little bit too much rear weight for this bad boy. So, I mean, we could do something like that. That would be good for just keeping it cool. But then it's not exactly using the Ergostand as a stand at that point. Now, if we're gonna be using this as like a desk or like a base station or something like that, find the right angle so that your monitor is, you know, eye level. And then what you can simply do is, in fact, let's go ahead and take the computer off here for a moment. You can then plug in your favorite mouse, and you can see the fan turning there. The thing spins for a long time once it loses power, so that means those bearings are extremely smooth. Okay, so we've got a little makeshift base station put together here, so let's go ahead and just say you get to work or you get home and maybe this is a dorm room or something. You can just take your laptop, set it down, open up the lid, plug in the one cable, the USB cable. If I actually plugged in the USB, I was trying to stick it in HDMI right now. There you go. Everything just turned on. Now we've got charging and syncing of our smart device. We've got our mouse hooked up here. And we have got our keyboard and everything. So now you've got your laptop sitting here. It's being nice and cooled by the fan on the bottom. And as you can see, we've got full control over everything here. So there we go. Everything is working. So I think that's a pretty neat little base station there. It's not expensive, it's rugged, it's holding a laptop that's technically too big for it, so if you're using anything smaller than this laptop, you know it's not gonna fall over. It's pretty freaking sturdy, as you can see. It's not wanting to tip backwards. You can see if I tip it backwards, it comes back forward, so that's a big deal. It's gonna keep your laptop's life longer because you're keeping it cool. You all know laptops, the #1 killer of laptops is clearly heat. So if you keep the heat down with that big ass 200mm fan on the bottom, doesn't make any noise at all. The thing is 100% silent. Obviously I don't see anything wrong with this. So it's a pretty simple product that does what it's designed to do. It does what it's advertised to do. And if you are anyone who uses a laptop for day-to-day use, it'd be worth getting one of these or a couple of these, depending on where you may travel between, and get your eye level where it belongs. Because, you know, one of the things I hated most about working with a laptop was I was always kind of looking down. My neck would start to hurt. I hated looking down. But now you can see I'm more eye level. Head straight, neck is straight, and I guess that actually is why it's called the Ergostand. There you go, guys, the Ergostand 3 from Cooler Master. Thanks for sending that over for review. It's gonna get some use, I promise. In fact, it's already been getting use. I've been using it, been laying down on my couch, being lazy, and using it like a TV tray, and then sitting this on it, and then the laptop on it. Yeah, it's like the ultimate in laziness for me. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna go jam some more medicine up my nose. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.